Being different just means you stand out from the crowd and can accomplish many great things. I love 3D platformers, but that doesn't make me a pussy.
You are a fucking baby.
Don't let anyone stop you from achieving great things.
I don't like black people.
Fred 5107 TM.
You'll only find it here. What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to discuss the recent delay of the Ratchet Clank movie, along with a discussion on the Jak and Daxter movie. I am joined by a co-commentator known as D-Nator.
Hey guys, how you doing?
So, the movie was delayed because in 2015 there are a lot of movies coming out, and I guess, they don't want a lot of competition, and they want this movie to gain enough attention so, it won't be a complete flop. So they delayed it to 2016. I believe the movie is already finished. I'm not entirely sure. I've heard it was already finished. They just need a good time to release it. So in 2016, on April 29th, the movie along with the game, the reimagining on the PlayStation 4, are going to come out. And what do you think about this, Dominic? Do you think it was a wise decision to, postpone it to 2016?
I mean, I guess it depends on what's going to be coming out in recent months. I mean, I haven't really been keeping track of any popular movies that have really been coming out. But I guess it's better to be, what they say, always better to be safe than sorry. So I guess in a way it's a wise decision. It will be just about the beginning of the year 2016. It'll be a new year, people be expecting new movies. So I think it was an okay decision.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad decision. I'm a little iffy about them waiting all the way to April. Like, what the fuck? I mean, it can't be any sooner than that, but,
Right.
I guess whatever. Uncharted is also going to be in 2016. We got to wait for that. Sometimes I really wonder if it's worth getting a PS4 right now, because, all we're getting is remasters, Vita ports, and indies. Like, when are we going to get something that's actually worth our time this year? I mean, Infamous Second Son is a good game. That came out last year. It's a little short, but I still don't have a PS4. I've only seen gameplay of it, and I never really owned a PS4 yet, but I hope to own one soon. But for now, I don't own one. And I really worry about the Ratchet and Clank movie because not the movie, I mean the game, because Sony have not been marketing the Ratchet and Clank games that well the past few years. So do you think they'll actually market Ratchet and Clank's debut on the PS4, or do you think they're just going to treat it like it's just a piece of shit? Because, they market games like God of War, but when Ratchet and Clank comes up, they're like, oh, we'll let you make a game, but we're not going to fucking market it because fuck you. You can just take the trailer and be happy. Well, what do you think about that?
Well, I haven't seen any of Sony's advertisements, but from what I've heard you said, the recent games have been shit, like you just said. So I can't make a proper judgment, but I think I can't see them fucking over the Ratchet and Clank game because it goes along with the movie, and they want that movie to get attention. So I think for at least this new game coming to the PS4, they're gonna give it some hype.
I really hope they do, because they haven't even shown any fucking gameplay of the Ratchet and Clank reimagining. All we've seen was screenshots. We have not seen any gameplay the past 2 years. Well, they announced the game last year, but we haven't seen any gameplay. I mean, we're just sitting here waiting. They're supposed to show us something so we all get hyped and so we can tell our friends and shit, but I don't want them to just show things at the very last minute. I know E3's around the corner. They could show us something, but why do we have to wait so long just to see gameplay? I mean, I don't understand that. And I really hope this game is not going to flop, because Ratchet and Clank has been going on for so long, and I don't want to see the series die. It is one of the best platformers I've ever played. I don't want to see it fall. I just don't want it to just turn into complete shit. I mean, the last games have been nothing but experiments. We haven't had anything serious since 2009, which is 6 years now. Come on, and we haven't even had a game since Into the Nexus. But I really hope the Ratchet and Clank series isn't falling apart. It's nice to see Sylvester Stallone and Paul Giamatti in the Ratchet and Clank movie. I mean, I know people don't like seeing Drek with a new voice actor, but who really gives a shit? I mean, it's not a big deal. Drek is not that big of a character. I mean, Ratchet still has his voice actor. So does Quark and Clank. I mean, they're all that really matters. I mean, Drek is just... He's just a nigga, you know. It's just that one nigga, you know. He's just an antagonist. But what I'm really worried about is, will there be a Jak and Daxter movie? Because in 2013 they announced a Ratchet and Clank movie, and in 2014 they announced a Sly Cooper movie. But you know, it's 2015. It's another year. Where's the Jak and Daxter movie? Are they gonna, you know, do the whole trio, or is Jak and Daxter just gonna be neglected again? Because Jak and Daxter has been neglected, but like, when it comes to games and releases, yeah, he's been pretty fucking neglected. I mean, what do you think? Is it because if there's a Jak and Daxter movie, there has to be a game with it, and there's like, oh, nobody wants to make one? Well, what's the problem? I mean,
Right. And I think a Jak and Daxter movie would make sense considering, yeah, there's going to be a Sly Cooper one. There's going to be a Ratchet and Clank one. And remember, both of those movies are both coming out the same year. So if they announce a Jak and Daxter movie now, that shit's going to most likely come out next year if they already been secretly working on it. But, well, of course, we don't know that for sure. Now, I'm guessing they would somehow try to make a game based off of the movie because, you know, there's going to be one with Ratchet and Clank. You know that there's nothing announced for the Sly Cooper one, but, you know, there's probably going to be a game based off of that. And now my opinion on a Jak and Daxter movie, I would think I'd prefer them to do the whole trilogy, like make Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy movie, then make Jak 2 the sequel to that, you know, make it in the order of the games. I think that would make the most sense, and I think that'd be pretty awesome to see each game be developed into its own movie. Like, seeing Gol and Maya as, like, movie villains, I think that would be pretty awesome for, like, a Precursor
I want to
Legacy.
see my nigga Jak on the big screen, man. Who's with me? Yeah.
Yeah, me.
But yeah, I mean, you can't just do Ratchet and Sly and then just ignore Jak. Like, oh, Jak's old news. Nobody gives a shit about Jak. I
Yeah.
mean, people have been rooting for a Jak 4 for almost a decade now. Actually, damn. It probably will be a decade later this year. God damn. Oh, shit. Time flies when you're not having fun and when you're having fun. Okay, so Sony's promotion. Do you think they're gonna market the movie like? Do you think they're gonna show any commercials on TV, or do you think they're just gonna stick with the internet? I mean, I don't want them to just stick with the internet because, you know, obviously the core Ratchet and Clank fan base is gonna go see this movie, but what about, you know, it's aimed at kids, like it's a family film, so how is a family gonna find out about it? Like people that don't know about Ratchet and Clank, like, you know, all these 7 and 8 year olds have not played the games, you know, they're like young, and if they see it on TV, they're gonna be like, oh, I want to go see that, it looks pretty cool, you know, they're gonna like the cartoony environments and humor. Like when I was little, when I would see a movie like this, like all cartoony and looks fucking awesome, I would want to go see that shit right away, and there's plenty of kids that would think that way. And, you know, if they promote this movie and they promote the game, you know, it could actually sell decently. But, you know, if they treat it like, oh, well, we don't really give a shit, you know, you can go ahead and make a fucking shitty ass game. We don't give a shit, you know. Here's a trailer, you know, all the people on the internet see it. Nobody cares. I don't want them to do it like that. And Ratchet and Clank is really falling apart. So I really hope the movie and, you know, this game will actually help the series. I mean, don't you agree, Dominic?
Yeah, I do. And now as for their marketing, they should do both internet and TV. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, this is this long-running PS2, PS3, and so on. Bottom line, a long-running PlayStation series that definitely damn well deserves a movie. And you shouldn't fuck over the series, because, I mean, if you're releasing a fucking movie along with a video game that collates, if I even said that.
Coincides? What the fuck you trying to say, my nigga?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was trying to say.
But yeah,
Coincides with the movie, that's what I'm trying to say.
but yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for this, please leave a comment below. It's 9 minutes long. I didn't mean for it to be this long, but whatever, nigga. I mean, we got our points together, and if you guys have anything to say, you can post a comment, and Denator, you can say bye.
Yeah, before this wraps up, I just want to just finish up what I was going to say there real quick. I mean, the fact that they're going to have both a movie and a game based off the movie come out, I I think that'd be really fucked up just for them to market it to only the internet and not anything else, or just do very low-key marketing, just fuck up everything. They need to do it on both. And you're right about it attracting the kids who never seen the series. Probably most fucking 7, 8-year-olds probably Call of Duty fans. But if they see this movie, you know, maybe they'll actually get into decent games for once in their lives. So I think the movie can benefit just as long as Sony advertises it correctly.
Yeah, so I know we're all hyped to see the new Ratchet and Clank movie. So, alright guys, so we got like 11 months. So let's wait this out. And let's hope at E3 something good gets announced. And let's hope Jak and Daxter get some love. Peace.